And welcome everybody to the most casual takes on the internet. Also, the biggest shit posting titles on the internet as well.
Damn, dude, you fucking eyed me. You poked me in the eye before we went on the show. Went like knuckle deep. I don't think I can continue anymore.
Are you
Dude.
Are you looking for a way out, Dan? Because it sounds like you're looking for a way. It sounds like you're getting your ass handed to you all over this pod, and you're looking for a way out.
Well, it was an Apex card. I don't really want to talk about an Apex card.
You're going to talk about the card that had like 9 submissions on it?
Oh, man.
Is Jiu-Jitsu back?
GM3 didn't even get a fucking bonus.
No.
That's insane.
No. But the most important topic right now, sports gambling and what happens when you go down bad.
What's that?
You're a 40-year-old man who gets back in the cage for Rio at UFC 301. Jose Aldo is back.
The King of Rio.
The King of Rio
Is he
back.
down bad?
That card is down bad.
Oh, yeah.
That card was horrible.
Dude, Pants is fighting Steve.
Yeah.
Aussie Steve.
Aussie Steve, the number 10 ranked 25
That was
pounder.
like 14th, I think.
Dear
He's
God.
had one fight in the UFC.
What are we doing?
It's going to be fun, at least. There's just no contenders at
Dana's going
flyweight
to cut
at
the
this point.
division.
No, he won't. Because the fights they put on are too good.
They are very entertaining.
They're punting
fights.
on 301.
I just don't understand. I don't know half the guys on this card.
I don't think they don't. They have no idea who they're going to put on
Yeah,
the
they
card
just
now.
go to Brazil and put up like a sign-up list for 301.
I guess like everyone you just saw the last Apex, like Thiago Moses is on it.
Also, how was he like the first card of the early prelims? Like we were talking about this man as like being in the mix of the division of the lightweight division, and now he's who knows? And he called out Dan Hooker and then said he doesn't know how Dan Hooker's ranked so high.
I mean, yeah, put that on the fucking Rio card.
I'd watch that. I'd
Yeah.
probably bet on Dan Hooker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
El Saboot.
Just make it for some reason, just make it an Aussie versus Brazil card. Just like no rhyme or reason.
No, just World War III right off the bat.
Replace Jonathan Martinez with Sin Aussie, I guess.
Yeah, somebody.
I don't know.
Honestly, the card wasn't that bad. I really enjoyed it.
Did you?
I did.
I'll be real. I didn't watch much of it.
Well, you know, I was stuck in a car driving back from Louisiana, and I'm going to pull this up so I don't get everyone's names wrong. We had our national tournament this week in the NCAAs.
Okay.
For the
we
UT
can
Texas team.
get to that at the end.
Well, I'm just setting the stage of how I got here, you know.
Did you watch fucking our boy lose his 4th straight, Tuivasa?
We'll get to that. You want to start at the top? We'll start at the top. All right, start at the top.
What are they doing?
I
What are they
thought-
doing giving him grapplers?
So-
Just let him swang and bang.
The over-under on this was 2.5 rounds. We didn't make it out the first round.
smashed
So
the
any of you
under.
guys out there taking the under, congratulations. You did very well. Marcin Tybura, obviously much better wrestling, a little bit more dynamic in his striking as well with the high kicks and the body kicks. But we thought Bam Bam was going to come back, swinging hard, throwing elbows. You know, the same Bam Bam that knocked out Derek Lewis.
Looked good for about 30 seconds.
Right off the bat, able to cut him. Cut him right at the beginning.
Got taken down. It was over, though.
Yep. Once Tybura got those hands locked underneath him, pulled him down. What's very interesting is he never got to his back.
He needs to go to the Derek School of Jiu-Jitsu. Just stand up.
Exactly. Tybura didn't even have it under the neck. He just had it over the face with the face crank. And what's interesting to me is Tuivasa also never went out and never tapped. So it was kind of interesting. Like I think he was starting to change colors, and the ref kind of played with his hand a little bit, but there wasn't that natural like where he lifts it and drops it. Tuivasa was never out. So,
Can you choke out a Samoan?
I think
possible.
you can choke out any human.
Yeah, I feel like their neck's just too thick, though.
That's why he couldn't get under the neck. Tybura in the post-fight press conference was like, I couldn't get under the neck, but you know sometimes you don't need to if you just put it over the face and squeeze
Just a
harder.
face crank.
He's like, if you just squeeze harder, they'll also go out. And you know what? He was right. He was right. Also, Tybura's haircut. How do we feel about that?
I don't like anything about Tybura. I just don't.
So he has this big.
I hate that he's like headlined like 4 Apex cards at this point.
He's not terrible.
He's not bad, but if he's the main fight, if he's the headliner, I'm probably going to skip the event.
He's a bit boring as a human, but I like him as a
Imagine
fighter.
trying to pay for that VIP experience for the Apex. You spent like $4,500 to just sit in the Apex to watch fucking Tybura choke out Tuivasa in 4 minutes. That's what you got.
At least something's happening.
Yeah, I guess there's finishes. It wasn't a heavyweight over where they're just like exhausted at the end.
And I think we had such an emotional dump after that feature bout that we were just like, I don't know what's going to happen. We had all the highs and then all the lows of Brian Battle, aka Pooh Bear. Honestly, I miss I miss the old name. So the controversy afterwards, he calls him a giant pussy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he wants to fight again.
What a fucking turn of events, right? Like usually you're the dick if you put your entire fist into someone's eye, but with your fingers, obviously. You go inside. And then
I didn't think it was that bad.
It was pretty bad. It was knuckle deep.
Angie looked like he was coming in for a shot, and Brian was like just putting his hands up to get away. Turned his thumb down a little bit, but it's not. It wasn't an intentional jab.
Did he hit the clit of the eye?
Look, man, I've seen girls with pierced eyes.
Yeah.
So, if these guys can't take a little finger.
Women take pain better. That's just facts.
That's true. But then right before that as well, our boy came back.
I was going to say, let's finish up the battle conversation.
Yeah,
he gets on the mic, just calls him a giant pussy. MMA Twitter was on his side.
Oh, it
Dominic
exploded.
Cruz was on his side.
Yeah.
Just like he's right.
He's right.
And you know what? I'm gonna play devil's avocado.
Okay.
If you are getting your ass beat, find a way out.
Exactly.
Don't take that loss in your column.
No.
No contest, baby. Let's run it back. Give me a couple more months to train.
Yeah. Bring all your coaches in, study that film, fix all the problems you just had.
It's called gamesmanship. All right.
Gamesmanship. Dear God. No, but there is some bad blood there, so I would
They'll run it back.
Yeah. Really? They got to run it back in like a month, though. They can't wait long.
Yeah,
on
at
this.
the next Apex card, which is next week. So just run it back.
Can't make wait. No, but if they do run it back in a month, I think there could be some promos and hype it up.
He's
a
just
little
pissed off because Brian Battle had this whole plan. I'm going to be a ranked fighter by 2025.
Yeah. I mean, he's
sorry it slowed down your process. You look good, but yeah, man, just take care of him. Finish him. Don't poke him in the eye.
I think there are plenty of guys in the welterweight division that he can put on the chopping block. Brian Battle looked good.
No, he is good.
Solid. And he's there's this arrogance to him that I actually believe. It's not like fake bravado or fake confidence.
It's not Ian Gary.
Yeah, it's not. It's the opposite of whatever Ian Gary
Even
is.
though Ian Gary is good, and we're starting to realize that, his personality just takes away from it.
He's such a chode.
He's a giant chotch. Yeah.
Like I can't think of a bigger chotch in the division than him.
And I can't think of a worse fight that I want to have to, or a build up than Colby Covington. Do you see how lame that was? Where
let's go into this. Colby Covington's. I got 3 stipulations for you, Ian Gary. You got to turn your comments on. And if you turn them off, you forfeit the fight.
You got to do it in a certain amount of time. And then Ian Gary turns it into a watch promo. I do it on my own time. And then looks at his watch. Cool.
Yeah, he's like, you got to get on your knees and you got to beg for the fight. You got to beg me, Ian Gary. I'm like, Colby, just stop.
Colby, I have no interest in seeing fight ever again. Ian Gary, cool man. I want to see you fight, but just shut up. You're terrible at talking.
Yeah. Yeah, you
just make yourself come off so lame.
And he was so cool. His first 2 fights in the UFC, people were loving Ian Gary. We were like, this is our boy. He's head kicking people like Connor. He's wild. He's doing the little dance and the walk. And now he's just a cuck.
Yeah. Life comes at you fast.
It does, man. You got to hold on.
You're only as good as your last fight. You're only as good as your last pre-fight build-up.
That's more likely.
The narrative in UFC and MMA in general just changes so quickly.
On a dime.
You can be a world beater and then you have one bad performance or one little thing happens in your personal life and that's just you forever now.
Yep. The fall from grace falls hard, which is honestly why we should give more respect to John Jones for the amount of times he's dive bombed his career and somehow clawed his way back up.
Because he doesn't lose, Giorgio. He doesn't lose.
Well, he loses in life a little bit.
He loses a lot in life. Yeah. But in the cage, he doesn't lose.
You think he's going to lose some money with this lawsuit? Kicking that fan in the leg?
Oh, he's getting sued for that?
I think so.
Oh, I thought that he asked for it.
He did.
I saw like a video of a bodybuilder confronting him.
Again,
yeah.
What
Maybe
is
that's
wrong
an old
with-
video, but
what is wrong with these people? So this kid's just like, I want another. Like John, he gives him a little, but like doesn't follow through with it. Kind of taps him, but like shows him the powers there.
it's on video. Isn't that consent? He's asking for it.
He is.
Just the way he's dressed and everything. You know, he's asking for it. No, he literally is asking for it, though.
That outfit was asking for it, yes. Those purple shorts.
He literally said the words, I want another.
And John's just like, all right. And John still does, like, he's in like 50% on that second one. He just kind of follows through with it a little bit more. So, like, you feel the weight of the leg. And, I mean, his whole, like, he's bruised up. I mean, you don't need to go to the hospital for that. There's nothing they can really do. You don't tear anything. You just have a lot of blood in your leg.
You just got to ice it.
Just ice it and don't move. Yeah.
It's tough. I don't know. John, he has a lot more to worry about.
He is looking grayer than he used to.
He's old.
Is he that old, though?
Yes, because he's not his age, right? He's put a lot more mileage on his body with his lifestyle.
I think we forget that sometimes. He's not the athletic greens in the morning kind of guy.
No, he's that athletic whites in the morning.
Yeah, he's on those nose beers training. He's headbutting police cars, but he did do a little. He finally met Tommy. They took a picture together.
They're never fighting. It's not happening.
Tom wanted the face off, and John was like, no. So there's a little interesting. They shake hands, and then Tom puts a hand on the shoulder like this, and then John gives him one of these. He's like, no, brother, you don't touch me on the shoulder like that.
Whatever. He's never gonna fight him. Tommy's too nice anyway.
He is. Who are they talking about giving Tommy again?
Probably Curtis Blades because he
Yeah.
just beat Almeida,
Yeah, that's what it was.
and he's got the win technically over Tommy
Yep.
because Tommy's knee exploded.
Yep. I like to run that back. Why has first of all, and then John said he's going to honor the fight with Stipe first, which is the same thing that Daniel Cormier said with Francis Ngannou. So it's like, how long is Stipe Miocic just going to be like this last fight, retired fighter? Like this has gone on for like a half decade at this point. He's had one last fight for since UFC 200.
Yeah, dude, that's Stipe's legacy. I got another one in me.
One more. Oh shit! Here we go again.
It's like Rocky Balboa just coming back to get his ass beat.
Yeah, literally Rocky 7.5.
I like Stipe too, but
A great human, just completely undersized for the division. I would like to see a 235-pound weight class there. The more I think about that, I really would.
and then give us super heavyweight,
Yeah,
300-pound class,
300
or just
under.
unlimited. No weight limit.
It's 265 right now, correct?
Yeah, but no weight limit.
I think 285 would be fine.
Nah, dude. Don't even make weight. Just come in juice the gills.
Is there like Mark Henry's going to come back or something? Like 400-pound dudes?
Mm-hmm. It'll be awful, but
They get so
sometimes
tired.
you need a circus.
So fast. So tired so fast.
Bring out the clowns.
Bring out the show. Speaking of old men, though. OSP.
Congrats. He won as like a plus 400 underdog.
I think the other guy was -7.
Yeah, but how
Yeah, the
odds
works
work.
work, yeah.
Usually, they don't give you that much juice.
I would
They gotta
like
make money somehow.
I would have liked that much juice. Because, like, honestly, great fight. Both guys were, like, throwing too much, not enough combos, too many ones, twos, back and forth. You throw one, I throw one.
Speaking about a guy that needs a 235 division, OSP.
Yep.
He's what, now third in like lightweight wins?
Second,
He's second?
behind John.
That doesn't seem right. He's not that good. He sucks.
He's 42 years old.
He's not good though. He never was good.
Good is a interesting word. Like, he's got skills.
For as much credit as we give John, is lightweight the worst division in the history of the sport?
It was the premier division in the sport. What are we talking about? This is the division of Chuck Liddell.
I'm talking about right now. Is lightweight the worst division in the sport, in the history of the sport? I'm obviously talking hyperbole because, I mean, we had sumo wrestlers fighting guys in jeans.
Right.
UFC 1.
Yeah. That was, I mean,
but that wasn't a weight class. That was,
No.
it was on, you know.
Unlimited, yeah. Honestly, the first whole 5 UFCs we can just throw out the window. But, no, man, light heavyweight's still got some life in it.
Just with Yuri and with Alex Pereira.
Pereira, Radic, isn't Jan Blachowicz still in the division?
Yeah, but
The Polish Power?
man, before he won the title, and he kind of like lucked his way into the title. Not lucked, but he, you know,
He was a bit of a journeyman.
very much journeyman.
Yeah, a little bit of a journeyman.
It's almost like Masvidal winning a belt.
That would have felt weird. That would have
Right?
felt real weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't the BMF belt, of course.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, put some respect on the BMF belt that's going to be contested. UFC 300. No, but
I just hope both guys have fun.
true. Candy Nukachoku, though, I believe, you know, he's a scary fighter. He reminds me a lot of,
Is he scary now? He just lost a 42-year-old OSP.
well, his highlights are scary. Let's put it that way. You know, he reminded me a lot of, who's the 85-pounder who came down a bunch, who fought Izzy? The African.
What? Like who lost a bunch of weight?
Yeah, he was a
Cannonier?
Cannoneer. Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Cannoneer.
Cannonier just fights at 185 now.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They remind
But
me. a lot
he
of
was
each other.
he was a chonky boy.
Yes. But in the sense,
What do you mean African? He's American. Jared Cannonier is very much American.
cut that. I
want to tell you how American Jared Cannonier is.
the name got me. Okay, I thought it was like a French African thing.
I mean, dude,
I'm very.
I didn't
wrong.
realize he's 40 years old, but Cannonier's from Dallas, dude.
Casual. What? Man, that name really got me.
Yes, this foreigner, Dustin Poirier.
Another Frenchman. Okay, let's talk about that. Another Frenchman. No, we can skip over the Chris Rodriguez fight because that was pretty boring versus Isaac Dugan. Actually,
That wasn't boring.
the best
It was a
one.
10-8 and a 10-8. There's two 10-8s.
Yeah.
It was a split decision.
Honestly, that was a very I didn't think that was going to go that way.
Nothing really happened in the second round. So
He got taken down twice.
yeah.
I mean, that's anyway. He had taken down in the entire first 2 rounds, just completely controlled, and then Chris dies. Or sorry, Isaac dies.
Yeah.
He's like laying on the
He
canvas.
was gassed.
How are you so gassed you can't stand up?
He's never gone 3 rounds. You don't got it in the tank.
Oh God, that fight should have been a draw. That fight should have been 29-29.
Yeah, because who cares
Or
about the
28-28,
second round,
sorry.
right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was 2 10-8s.
Yep.
So yeah, run it back.
Yeah, you should have ran that back.
Or you just go until one dies.
A Gordon Ryan style I quit match.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Colby and fucking Ian was recommending an I quit match.
Ian chode Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can he lean into it at this point?
Go full Cejudo.
But it feels awkward. It feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. This weekend UFC Apex card. It was an Apex card. There wasn't there was 0 fights in the night. Bonuses because of course.
Because Dana hates fight nights cards, I guess, or hates.
No, just there wasn't a fight that was worthy of fight of the night.
I guess you can use a performance. There's a performance in that bonus?
There's 4 performance bonuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, I consider that the same thing, basically. Brian Barberina. Thought he had it in him, too.
Why? The second he gets taken down, it's over.
Yeah. It was.
It was always going to be Meerschaert by submission. That should have been like the easiest bet you made.
Probably. I didn't bet on this card at all. This card was just
He's gonna sub him, dude. Is that Meerschaert's 8th straight submission?
I think so. Doesn't he have like 7
Or I guess
nakeds or something?
of his wins, he's won 8 straight.
Yeah,
by submission.
Right. There were some crazy submission stats like this whole weekend. Mike Davis with a submission as well.
Welcome back.
Yep. After both of those guys with like 2-year layoffs or 3-year layoffs kind of thing.
Yeah.
Chelsea Chandler looked okay in that fight versus
She fight Chiesa?
Nunez.
Nunez.
Yeah, who was completely undersized for the division. She was like a good 4 inches shorter than her, but came out swinging. Like really put it on her a couple times. No, like rocked her. But Chelsea was just like far too big and far too like worked with the jab a little bit, and then finally got the takedowns, which won her the match. The Filo versus Ode fight was the interesting one.
Filo also Brazilian. You could put him on 301.
Yep. Didn't take any damage here. Pretty easy first round. Ode brings in Chase Pammy. For those of you who don't know out there, is a former Cal Poly Division I national runner-up who beat the brakes off your boy in college here and now runs a Gold Rush Wrestling Club in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Are you really only bringing that up to mention that you used to wrestle?
Yes. Okay, I'm just giving myself the plugs here. Completely.
And that you got your ass beat.
Yeah. Yep.
It's unfortunate.
It is. It was a national runner-up.
What's that make you?
Makes me a guy that got beat.
By a national runner-up, not a champion.
No.
Like top 10, top 25.
I think I was top 15 that year. But I thought Ode would do a little bit more. And the only reason I bring that up is he brought Chase in specifically to work on his wrestling. And I think he is probably the best wrestling coach in Vegas right now. He was working with Frank a little bit when Frank was out there. And then Ode looked terrible. Had nothing for him. No sprawl, no defense, no working towards the cage, no hand control. It's like these guys bring wrestlers in to help them, but then don't listen.
You always revert back to what you're comfortable with,
which is freaking out, not knowing what you're doing, and then flailing and getting submitted.
Just work on a good sprawl. Even if you don't have a ground game, just be able to avoid it.
Yeah. That's what Pereira has.
Essentially.
Yeah. Sprawl and brawl, baby.
And he at least he can grapple with Glover all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. How's Glover doing?
Seems fine. Him and Alex always make like TikToks and, well, maybe not TikToks anymore, but always make these like sketches.
Right.
I just saw one where it's just really random. Glover Teixeira's wife asked for Glover's phone, and Alex just comes up and smashes it, and then they fist bump each other. Insinuating that Glover cheats on his wife.
First of all, Glover, that's the best you're going to do, buddy. Never cheat on your wife.
Former champion, all right.
Yeah. Former.
Well, he's retired.
Yeah. Well, he lost the belt before he retired.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Connor, Taporia finally had that face-off as well, talking to each other. Connor's still walking around with the belt for some reason.
Connor's coked out of his mind.
Well, we were going to get to that. We're going to get to Connor and Austin in a second. But Taporia,
was he at Woodrow's? Did he go to Woodrow's with Jake Gyllenhaal for?
He was, and there's a bunch of like little interviews of there where he's just, the foot, it's gonna be great. You can't put that one back in the bag. Once I'm out there as an actor, it's in the can, it's in there forever. And he's.
Can we put a over under when he dies?
I mean, can I do a parlay with a heart attack?
I'm thinking fentanyl.
Ooh.
He gets just a bad batch.
You got to think Connor's making all his dudes do it first.
I think he's reckless. I don't think he does. I think he's the tester. He's like, no. Daddy gets first.
Daddy eats first. Daddy eats first.
Yeah.
People are weighing in again on if that fight's ever going to happen, and if
Connor's never fighting again. How many times do I have to tell you this? Like he's over. He's done. Chandler wasted the last few years of his career.
Does Chandler ever fight again?
No, because he's going to wait for Connor, and Connor's never coming back.
So what we're saying is that they're both in this purgatory limbo. Like they're two parallel lines of never fighting again, drifting off into the universe.
But Chandler has intentions of fighting.
So we think.
Connor does not.
Is Chandler afraid that if he takes another fight, he won't get the Conor fight?
Yeah, because he'll fight like Gamrot and lose.
I think Chandler could beat Gamrot.
Chandler's not very good. It's a sneaky secret. It's not even that sneaky. It's a pretty open secret. Chandler stinks.
I wouldn't go that far. I would go...
I respect his credentials at your fine institution in Mizzou.
Oh, he was a Bellator champion.
Bellator champion, sure. But once he got here, he got fast-tracked after a knockout of Dan Hooker, who's also not that good.
True.
And once he started, getting in the waters with the Sharks, he put on some entertaining fights, right?
Battle with Gaethje.
Battle with Poirier.
But
He loves getting hit. No
put
one loves getting hit more than Michael Chandler.
No, he just gets in the fire.
He's got no defense. That's what it is.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And once I think Chandler's a glass cannon. Like all offense, all forward pressure.
And you know what? I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
I'm not either.
I love that. I love an entertaining fighter. Chandler's great within that regard. But when it comes to actually being a serious fighter, nah.
Nah.
He's not that good.
Fight IQ. Strategy.
IQ.
Strategy. I don't want to talk just intelligence.
So yeah,
strategy.
If you do like the attributes when you're building a fighter or a character,
right?
Cage IQ 0,
but power 99.
Yeah, it's that kid that spends all of his experience points on one.
Yeah, power 99, special move left hook. Yep.
And it's like, man, also maybe use the thing you are great at, and that's wrestling.
Yeah, just refuses to wrestle.
Doesn't want to.
Just absolutely refuses.
Same with Gaethje. Gaethje's just like, nah.
Gaethje at least has more weapons.
Yes.
And Gaethje will still scramble.
And Gaethje's learned defense now.
Yeah.
Gaethje, since the Fiziev fight, has been a much smarter fighter.
I agree.
Still super entertaining.
Mega entertaining. Does Justin Gaethje have a shot
of beating Islam, or he's got to beat Max first, obviously.
Right, but I think everyone thinks that's a foregone conclusion.
I think we assume that's going to happen.
Right.
I feel bad for Max.
We do. I mean, I think it's going to be exactly the same when he tried to come up last time and fight Poirier.
No, here's what's going to happen. Right, they're going to beat the shit out of each other. Charles and Sarukian are also going to beat the shit out of each other. Islam's going to need to have somebody to fight in like June or July. Mm-hmm. None of the four are going to be ready.
That's Poirier.
Poirier slides in.
That's already slidden in, and everyone's saying that he doesn't deserve it. I mean, he went through a war with Gaethje, so if anything,
he got knocked out in the second round.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You got head kicked.
That's right. You got head kicked and just put on. The fight was competitive before that, though.
Yes. Yeah. And he also beat Gaethje like years ago.
Right. I really want to kind of forget about that. We keep bringing up 2016 UFC or 2017 UFC.
Why do you want to forget about that?
I just feel like these guys were like kids back then.
The North remembers.
The South, Louisiana remembers. I remember some no dance on a Creole.
They don't want to remember the last year or so with Gaethje.
No, not at all.
No, but I mean, Poirier is obviously a big enough name. Islam wants that probably on his resume.
I think Poirier's stand-up can go with Islam.
Yeah, for sure. But once he gets taken down.
Right, once he gets taken down, it might be a little bit different. I feel like Islam becomes the wet blanket. I don't know how good
I don't think Islam wants to stand with Poirier. Although Islam has great stand-up, I think Dustin's maybe one of the best boxers.
Yeah, that's the danger
organization.
Zone. Yeah, that's the danger.
So once you get in that pocket with him, I don't know. You want that smoke because he'll catch you. He'll get caught. But
I'm gonna get mine too.
I don't know if Islam wants to take that risk, so he'll take him down.
Yeah, he'll take him down pretty quickly and just wet blanket him. Like Islam's so hard to get off you, and I heard his grip strength and his squeeze and his just like pressure from here.
Just a bear.
There's just nothing you can do, man. There's absolutely nothing you can do. But the biggest conversation right now in UFC, how do we get MVP to the title? What is the road that we put MVP in a title shot?
You just do it.
You got to give him one more fight. But who is it?
No, you don't. They did the same thing with Chandler. Just give him Leon. Give him Leon in England. Who cares?
a flash knockout of Dan Hooker in the first round is not quite the same as
A little decision over Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Do you think the powers that be or Dana would prefer Leon MVP or Leon Bilal? Because I think it's Leon MVP.
Of course they want Leon MVP. In Britain, 2 British fighters fighting for a title, the head of the card.
So they just do that.
You go Tommy Aspinall at the top, and then you go...
They just put Usyk in a goddamn title fight against Pantoja in Rio. Okay. He's had one fight in the UFC too, and he's much lesser known than MVP.
Do you shelve Bilal even longer?
No, you make Bilal fight again.
You make Bilal fight freaking Shavkat, yeah.
I don't know if you want to take that risk with Shavkat though. You're like, that's our future. Maybe you have Bilal fight. Yeah, no, probably Shavkat. Yeah,
because he's already beaten Brady.
Yeah,
there's no one else. Ian Gary and Colby are fighting. Like all the dance partners are pretty much sewn up.
Yeah,
you just shelve Bilal. You put Bilal back on Elf on the Shelf.
Put him on ice. You just cut him.
Honestly, crazier things have happened.
Oh, here's a conspiracy. Well, it's not really a conspiracy, but here's kind of why they think Aldo is going to fight at Brazil. Because he's got one fight left on his contract. Gets it over with, he can do whatever he wants. He's a free man.
What does he do?
Box.
Who?
He's already gotten, he's been boxing, right? So he's already had, the UFC's allowed him to do this, but maybe they're like, hey, get this one out of your system. Finish your contract. You can do whatever you want.
The break in case of emergency for Brazil fans?
Yeah. Because, there's nothing on that card. They already blew their load with the Pereira-Jamal Hill fight. That's at 300. That was for sure going to be a 301 if they found a better.
What they should have done is they should have stole Buchecha from one. As a heavyweight, I think crazy grappling, working on his striking, big dude, massive name in Brazil. Like Buchecha is like one of the gods of Brazil.
Here's what happened.
Okay.
They were counting on Almeida to beat Curtis Blades.
Yes.
That didn't happen because Almeida is very limited.
Extremely limited.
And once Curtis Blades, he was getting taken down in the first round, and Almeida was kind of throwing him around. But then Blades caught him.
Yep.
It happened.
The good old American power, baby.
So I think their initial plan was, Almeida's going to get that win. We'll put him against Tommy in Brazil. Fight for the interim belt. Yep. Sad. Things don't go as planned.
No.
Quite often.
But now we get Tommy in England with Leon.
Tommy will be on that card.
O2 Arena probably.
Leon will be on that card. Patty will be on the card probably.
Patty and Michael all in the back, being nice to each other and stuff too. So gay.
I don't even know who you get Patty next. What's like a step up from Tony?
Gamrot.
No, he'll die. He won't die, but he'll just get.
All right, let's bring up lightweight rankings right now, and see.
Because Gamrot is also the most unimpressive good fighter at lightweight. He looks so sloppy and bad, but he just gets it done every time. It would be kind of funny to see them throw in Patty with Jalen Turner, and Jalen Turner just kicks his head off.
Yep, I would love to see that. Dear UFC's website, your crap sucks. So lightweight, here we go. Charles, Justin, Dustin, Armin.
Not even close. Go to like 15.
Beneil. Has he fought Beneil yet?
No.
I'd watch that. Faziz, Dan Hooker, Jalen Turner. Patty Jalen Turner.
Yeah, Jalen crushes him.
Yeah, I'd love to see that, though.
Jalen works him.
Do we give him Bobby Green or Drew Dober? Patty Drew Dober.
No, yeah, I think Patty Bobby Green probably. That's the next logical step.
If Bobby Green flash KOs Jim Miller at UFC 300.
I forgot that's on the card.
Yeah,
that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That prelim card is also great. It opens up The early prelims is fucking Figgy and Cody.
The first fight?
Yeah, the opening fight. That's
I have
crazy.
no idea. How do you feel as a former champion, Figgy, opening an entire event?
But it's opening 300, you know.
But then you see two unranked fighters.
Then you see Bo Nichols and Brundage on the fucking main card, yeah.
Yeah, people are up in arms about that.
It's not because of Bo, it's because of Cody Brundage.
Right. People don't respect Cody Brundage.
No.
He is
Nor should they. No,
Cody. Maybe we change the title. Cody Brundage, the future.
No, because nobody will click on that.
No, absolutely not.
Dude, Brundage had that crazy like powerbomb knockout in Austin when we were there, but he doesn't typically do that. That's not like his thing. That was an oddity. That was an anomaly.
No. When Bo was being interviewed for this, he goes, "You know what, guys? I think this might be the final fight where I actually get hit once."
Yeah, that's gonna be awful. I mean, if he doesn't at least finish Brundage in the first or second round, like I have questions about Bo Nichols' future.
Honestly, is Bo Nickel going to be the only fighter in history where it's never been good to bet on him? Like the odds have been
It's always like minus 1,700.
Yeah, it's just like you all the way to the title. This man's going to have minus 1,000.
No, he's gonna like fight all these cans and then get Chimaev.
No, Chimaev's up a weight now.
They'll figure it out because there's heat there, right?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Dude, they've already talked about Chimaev going back to 170 for some odd reasons. I don't know. He still hasn't fought anybody truly yet.
Yeah.
185.
Yeah. Dude, 185. Okay. Does Strickland get the immediate rematch? They're talking about that right now too. What do you do with the Duplessis? Is it Strickland or is it Izzy?
It's probably Izzy.
How do you do that? Like, literally, Sean reunified the UFC fan base. I think we kind of forget how much people rallied under Sean.
Yeah, but people want to see DDP Izzy because there's that heat too. Who's the king of Africa?
But then do you throw Sean back in against Izzy for the title right after that?
Sean can wait. Yeah, Sean can just get the winner.
It feels awkward though, doesn't it? Kind of like
Sean typically doesn't spend much time between fights, right? Sean usually is pretty active.
Very active.
You could give Sean fucking Chimaev if you want.
That? I'd watch that.
You headline Saudi Arabia with that? Sean versus Chimaev?
I like that. Dude, Jack Delamena is now 5th.
Yeah. They're saying he's going to fight probably Shavkat. He called out Shavkat.
Shavkat's going to wreck him.
Yeah. I mean, Gilbert Burns winning that fight.
Bad. Like, easy.
He's winning the first 2 rounds, yeah.
He was winning the 3rd round. Like, what time in the 3rd did he
Jack Dill had a broken arm, though, and then he, he had that perfect opportunity through that knee and, landed.
All right, so right now, Michael Venom Page is 13th. The people above him.
It doesn't matter, dude.
Neil Magny's not getting him there. Vicente Luque's not getting him there. People want the Stephen Thompson fight, but I think that's boring.
He doesn't want to fight Stephen Thompson. He likes Stephen Thompson too much.
I mean, it's going to be a point fight, point fighting karate. Where you ever watch one of those? It's just this: step forward, step backward, step forward, step backward. Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
It'd be kind of funny.
Meow.
It'd be entertaining for like 4 minutes, and then I'd be like, all right.
We'd go make a pizza or something. Come back, and be like, meow.
Just Mortal Kombat without the blood.
Yeah, it's like two actually really skilled fighters in a video game where it's like dodge, dodge. Yo, Romero.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
All right, so Izzy there. Let's look at the rest of this. Whitaker, Cannonier, Vittori, Brandon Allen, Paulo Costa. This division's bad.
Brendan Allen's about to fight. He's about to headline either this week or next week.
Against who?
Look it up.
No one could possibly know. Chimaev is 11th. Chimaev is ranked below Jack Hermanson. How are we doing that?
Oh, he's fighting Chris Kurt. No, he's not.
Yeah, it's Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis was the late replacement for someone else.
Oh, Vittori.
Yep,
yeah,
Vittori's
he's
out.
filling in for Vittori. That's right.
And Chris Curtis already has the win over him.
Chris Curtis just staying active.
Yeah. Who looks so undersized for the division?
He's fun. The action man. I would like to see Chris Curtis fight Sean just for the lulz.
I would like that too.
They would do it.
They would.
They'd be like, "Fuck it, we'll get paid." Like we'll put our friendship aside.
I'm now looking at light heavyweight. Anthony Smith is still ranked number 10.
Yeah.
Dominic Reyes is still ranked number 14. He hasn't won a fight in 5 years.
Since like when was that fucking John Jones fight? Was that
Before
COVID? It was before COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't won a fight since before COVID. Because he did win that John Jones fight. Never forget.
No.
He won 3 rounds.
John Jones was asleep that fight.
He was asleep for a lot of his title fights.
That's the UFC's problem for not giving him someone worth wanting to fight against.
Get up for a fight, dude.
Nah, man. No. How are you going to get up for a fight when there's all these strip clubs to go to and all this money to throw around?
True. You're hungover.
Right. He's just like forever hungover.
It looks like it at this point.
He really does.
I told you, he's looking tough. He's looking rough.
But is John one of those guys who can flip it and turn it right back on?
He is one of the best to ever do it. I'll give him that. But at a certain point, things pass you by.
Time catches up with you. And we forget, like, God, if he doesn't sit those 2 years for the picograms, like, life's way different.
Yeah, but I'm tired of talking about this. Do you have anything else?
Yeah. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Let's give our takes on it. Let's tell the people how we feel, what the heck is going on.
We have months for that.
I know.
Do you think it happens?
I hope not.
I think something probably goes down during training.
But Netflix is involved now, and it sounds like there's a lot more money involved because Logan kind of threw some shade at Jake, said he was offered the fight, but there wasn't that kind of money in it before. So that makes me think that Netflix is really backing up the
It's going to be free.
Yeah.
It's not pay-per-view. So.
No. That's what I'm saying. I think there's a lot oddly floating around. I think Netflix is late to the game, and it's trying to splash in a way. What I hate is the footage from when he's training from Roy Jones 3 years ago is now circulating. And we're like, oh, he doesn't look that bad.
Someone's trying to say he's 6% body fat right now, and I'm like, just look at the image. That's not 6%.
He's a 60-year-old man.
Yeah. If anything, he may be 16%,
right?
Which is really good.
Yeah, but he's not 6.
He's definitely not 6.
No, and from what I'm hearing is
people
like...
throw out numbers like that. It's just, you're very clearly showing your hand. You don't know anything.
No.
You don't work out.
No, and I heard a lot of the weed he's smoking is medicinal because his back and neck hurt so bad. So it's like, what are we doing here?
Why won't you die, old man? No. Mike should just kind of just chill. There's no reason for him to do this, but, maybe he's down bad too. Maybe him and Aldo.
Both down bad.
Can get the...
Mike Tyson has so many businesses. How does he not?
I know, but who knows? He hangs out with the wrong people, clearly.
Who has been robbed more in their career than Mike Tyson?
He is a convicted rapist.
That's true.
We do. A lot of it may be his own doing. Just a little
bit.
Do you think Aldo's paying for the former president of Brazil though? That's why he's been spending all this money.
Oh, having to pay him off or having to?
No, dude, he fucking housed him in Orlando. Remember when all the coup in Brazil went down and he had to seek asylum? Oh, yeah. He's just hanging out in Florida going shopping at Publix with Jose Aldo.
That's right. Do you think he's having to flip the bill for the ex-president?
Or he's trying to fund maybe a revolution. I don't know.
Jose Aldo, leader of Brazil?
He would win. He should run for it. Yeah, you could be like the Manny Pacquiao of Brazil.
I'm here for that. Just a bunch of dudes with CTE running countries. Yeah. Yeah.
It's working well in Ukraine, right? You had the Klitschko brothers being mayors.
Yep.
Actually fighting. Yeah. In the trenches. Respect.
Do we still have trenches?
The Klitschko brothers?
Probably. No, do we still do trench warfare?
Russia and Ukraine, they fight old school. Yeah. Russia still fights like it's World War II.
Yeah, they're still just digging trenches, moving 5 feet forward, dig another trench, move 5 feet forward.
That's why they're not serious people.
No, and that's why their drones are just like RC cars with like a gas bottle pulled in them.
Again, I don't think we should ever have a war again. Just offer up champions, let them fight in the cage. We should settle all world disputes in the cage. So Dagestan's going to run the world.
Oh God, we're all gonna be Muslim.
We're all going to be Muslim. We're all going to have those beards without mustaches.
Which for some reason looks fine with them, but if I tried to do that,
You'd look Amish. Actually, no, because you're dark enough. You're Greek.
I may try to do that for the next pod. Or for UFC 300.
Do it for your next date.
Oh God. That's a clear way to get her to be like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Uber?
She's not even going to sit down. She's going to look at you and be like, all right, keep walking.
Yeah. There's just, I have like a little head, like a hijab beside me or something. Be like, I put this on.
Brother. Yeah. Anything else?
Nah, I think we just want to touch off all the crazy submissions that happened and kind of ride this wave of our channel finally getting some views.
Just with our clickbait titles.
Clickbait titles. That's how we tell you guys that we're real fans, is that we will shitpost to the maximum.
That's just industry standard.
It is. It is. If you're not shitposting, are you even a part of the community?
No, I don't think so. And with that said, welcome back, Jose Aldo.